My name is Steve, and I would like to share with you my personal testimony of the last 30 years of my life in the health industry and how it has changed my life forever. My first life-changing experience in regards to health, what we eat and don't eat, and how it can and does affect us was when I was in the Navy, and actually submarines. I was one of the healthiest guys on the submarine, and I was just about 20 years old. We would go on patrols, 3 months at sea, 3 months on land. Underwater, we would all have the same food, breathe the same air, drink the same fluids. We were literally like rats in a cage. This controlled environment was the perfect scenario to see what we ate can and did affect our bodies significantly. We had a large walk-in refrigerator and freezer, and the sub was packed with canned and dehydrated food. After about 2 weeks, the refrigerator would be empty and the freezer shortly afterwards, leaving only canned and dehydrated food left. What was amazing was how our health changed through these couple months, just being away from fresh food. We would get weaker and weaker as the weeks went by. It seemed as if we were like walking zombies, and we would be pasty pale in color due to the lack of sunlight. This one guy in the sub was always sick, and in a truly sealed environment, most of us would be sick by the end of the patrol. We all wanted to throw him off the sub. One of my last patrols on the sub changed my life forever. The sickest guy in the sub had brought some Shaklee supplements with him, basically the Vitalia Multiple, Alfalfa, and Vitamin C. And we noticed that he seemed totally different before we went even underwater. After we submerged, remember, we are all equally subjected to the same sealed environment and dietary lifestyle, also taking into consideration the nuclear reactor and nuclear weapons. Now the sickest guy, no longer the sickest, had plenty of energy and was not getting sick in this sealed environment when many of us were. Whatever he was taking and doing, I was sold, and before you knew it, quite a few of us followed his lead. I've never regretted taking their products through the years, especially through my fat years, almost 15 years. The last year categorized as obese, which is basically 50 pounds over your healthy weight. I crested 55 pounds. When I would tie my shoes, I'd have to hold my breath and make at least 3 attempts on each shoe. I will never forget my thighs constantly rubbing together to the point I was going to have to put baby powder between my thighs. That smell always reminded me of my father when he was overweight, and he used to be extremely fit. This was the last straw. I had to change, even if it seemed like it would kill me. I waged war against myself. I decided to fight what I wanted to do and do what I had to do to be healthy. My body's desire for what I wanted was killing me. I quickly found the changes I made seemed difficult at first, but over time became much easier than I thought it would be. But I felt so much better. That is how I live my life now. Not perfectly, but my body demands it to feel as good as it can as much as possible. You will find as you get older, every ache and pain gets more intense. I learned so much in the last 30 years about health and life. Here is what I learned most of all. It's not just one thing, but a variety of things, like the spokes in a wheel. All are equally important. Number 1, what we should eat and shouldn't eat. Note, do not look at the list of what you shouldn't eat. It'll only depress you. Eat what you should eat, and you won't have room for the bad stuff. Also, over time, reducing the amount of food to shrink your stomach. It's amazing how the stomach can expand to accommodate more, like a camel's hump. Don't weigh yourself daily. I weigh myself on my workout days in the morning before I eat. Enjoy your shrinking size more than your weight. It will fluctuate. Drink lots of pure water as much as possible. This will help flush the weight out and fill you up. Quality sleep 6 to 8 hours, and preferably earplugs. They changed my life. I had no idea how often I was woken up. I was a very light sleeper, plus I snored. I stopped getting sore throats and earaches, which I got a lot. Supplementation is crucial, especially when you exercise. It helps your sore joints recover. Better sleep and you'll feel better overall. Exercise is also crucial. It's where I failed for so many years and why I got heavy, more than just what I ate. What types of exercise I did, lower impact and repetition with lighter weight is so important. Also getting your core temperature up to your body sweating. Make your workouts as simple as possible in an environment that motivates you. I work out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Consistent exercise is a must to achieve maximum results. I will admit it was not easy, but it was not as hard as you think it is. Being your best friend when needed and recognizing when you need to fight the times you want to do what you shouldn't, both in food and a desire to exercise. Most of all, knowing and practicing balance of all these things. You will not be perfect. You just need to change the percentages of bad and good. Try to live 80 to 90% of good most of the time, instead of the other way around. All of this is percentages. It is impossible to be perfect, but always strive for it. Aim for the stars. Just do your best. Do your best. You can do the best you can as much as possible, and you will be a much healthier and happier person. I am now 50 and feeling and looking better than I did at 20, except for some wrinkles. I will never go back to the way I lived. I lost weight at 42 and I've kept it off since. I hope this will help you in your quest for health and happiness. You can have all of these things, just don't give up. Anything worth having is worth fighting for and working for. I distribute the finest all-natural health care products in the world for supplemental nutrition, skin and beauty products, weight management products, and home care cleaning products. My newest products, the world's best anti-aging supplement, in my opinion, and the world's first decadent healthy chocolate products. This product has literally saved me from being a diabetic and finally allowing everyone and diabetics safe chocolate. I also will be happy to recommend what I think are some of the finest quality, most affordable, and certainly the most effective workout equipment on the market. My life's desire and goal is to help everyone who is suffering the way I did. Thanks. My name is Steve Whitney.